How's it going, everyone? Zabby here, and welcome to another episode of the Complete Beginner's Guide here in Fishing Planet. In today's episode, we are going to be heading to Emerald Lake, and we are going to be catching every single fish here. I'm going to show you guys the Walleye Farm spot, which is very, very good. I'm also going to show you guys where to get the Sauger, so even if you don't have a boat, you can rent one, grab the Sauger really quick, and get the missions done and over with. In the last video, I did have these two rods, and then I had the beginning spinning rod. I did go ahead and grab myself a nice fancy ultralight, so we grabbed the Featherlight 215, and we paired that with a Prima 2000. So if you're looking for this rod here, just go into spinning rods, come on over to the second page here, and there you go. You unlock it at level 11. It is $3,500, but I wanted to grab this because I really do like the Featherlight setup, and this is going to be a pretty solid setup that we can keep with us for the rest of the game, and we can always just kind of keep our Featherlight with us. And then in reels, it was the Prima 2000, which you do unlock at level 14. This is what I'm going to be using here at Emerald Lake. So if you guys don't want to use this, you don't have to, but if you want to follow along, definitely give this rod a shot. It's very, very useful, and we're going to be using it a lot over the course of the series. I did pair it with some 4.5 kilogram fluorocarbon line as well, but we're also going to bring some of this 3.6 kilogram braid just so we have a couple more options. So if you want to do that, feel free to go ahead. And then obviously we're just rocking with these same setups. You guys know these setups by now. We've been using them the entire time. We're going to use them for the panfish. We're going to use them for the walleye. This should be good to go. They're going to be a little bit tough to bring in walleye, but we're mostly going to be using our spinning setup for those fish. Now, in terms of keep net, we don't need to upgrade one because we have DLC, but if you are level 16, you might want to grab this fish jail right here. This is going to be a great size for going to Emerald. It's going to give you 30 kilograms of fish. You're going to be able to keep all the walleye you want. And also for keep nets at 15, you do unlock this 25 kilogram one. So if you do have the money for this, go ahead and buy this, but we don't need one right now. In terms of hook sizes, guys, I'm bringing the same hooks as before. We're going to be using number 1, number 8, a 1/0, and a number 2. For baits, guys, we're going to bring absolutely everything we brought in the last episode. So this is what we're going to be bringing here. And then we're also going to bring some leeches with us. If you don't have enough room to carry all this, you can get rid of some of the pet food and maybe the shrimp and stuff like that. Bring at least some small minnows. You want to bring some worms and stuff for the panfish. In terms of lures, guys, make sure you bring this barbless narrow spoon. I'm going to be bringing this nano spinner. We also have this other spinner here as well, but I'm mostly going to be using these two. We are good to go to head on to Emerald Lake, so make sure you grab an advanced license and head on over there. Welcome to Emerald Lake, and before we get started on the walleye farming spot, guys, we're going to do some of the missions here. So go into your missions tab and take a look. We do have 3 missions here in the exploring section. We have Emerald Exploration, which is going to be all the panfish like normal. We have all the trial, which is going to be catching the other bigger fish here. And then we also have the night challenge, which we will get a nice little narrow spoon for. So we're going to go ahead and complete all of these. We're going to start off with the exploration mission though. And just like the other episodes, we are going to throw on some smaller hooks and go ahead and grab some of these panfish. So let's throw on some number 8s here, I guess. And let's just start off with, I don't know, red worms. We're just going to go to 50 centimeters like normal. I will throw a conversion up for you guys. And let's just head on over to, we'll start at Midland Charm, and then we'll go over to the dock if we have trouble catching anything. All right, here we go. We got 500 bucks for just coming here. We're going to get hit with that nice spicy ad. And we are literally just going to cast just in this area right here. Nowhere specific right now. There's a couple spots off the dock you can fish for the panfish, but basically, guys, anywhere inland on the shore area, it's going to be nice and easy to catch panfish, which it's like in most places. You just go to the shallower areas and you should be good to go. So let's go to about noon here. Let's go to like 12. And all I'm going to do is just cast out. I'm going to throw one there, and then I'm going to throw one a little bit closer to those lily pads back there. There we go. We got a fish on. Let's bring this bad boy in, see what we can grab here. It is definitely a panfish. You can tell just by how easy it's coming in. Looks like a shiner or something. Oh, the yellow perch. There we go. Cool. We grabbed the yellow perch already. Nice and easy. Got that nice one bait coin. And now we have a fish on our second float rod. Bring this bad boy in nice and quickly. 4 minutes past in-game time when we sim to. We got a nice black crappie. Another fish on here. And we grabbed the pumpkin seed. I threw on a semolina ball and just cast it over towards the lily pads. I want to just get the semolina balls out there because usually they do actually get minnows and stuff. I find it's a little bit easier to use the semolina balls to grab them. So let's see if that worked out. And we did get the common shiner, which is perfect. There we go. Grab the blunt nose minnow right in front of me here. I was going to move, but then I ended up catching the other shiner and all that. So I just stuck it out here. We just need that golden shiner and we are good to go. And there we go. The golden shiner is caught. We are now done with the exploration missions here at Emerald, and we can finally move on to some bigger stuff to do. We got some nice monoline as well, which is always handy. We'll take whatever we can get. But now let's move on to the trial challenges. For the Emerald trial mission, we're going to need to go over to the bridge. Now, for these fish here, everything but the Sauger, it's going to be a little bit of RNG. You are going to get some walleye when you're trying to go for pickerel. You are going to get a different type of pickerel. Like, you might need the chain pickerel. You're going to get the grass pickerel. So it is going to be some RNG, and it is going to take a little bit. So make sure you come on over to the bridge, guys. And we are just going to fish directly at that big tree right there. So it's literally the tallest tree out of them all, so it's nice and easy to kind of get an idea of where you're casting. And this is where we're going to cast for walleye. And then for pike and the pickerel and stuff, we're going to cast a little bit over to the sides in shallower water, and that will help us grab those. Now, we don't have a ton of bait here, but we will be coming back. I'm going to be throwing on 1/0 hooks, guys, with small minnows on both of my setups here. I'm going to go to 175 centimeters depth. I will throw a conversion up on the screen for you Imperial guys, but this is going to be absolutely perfect. This is going to be able to catch walleye, all the pickerel, the pike, everything like that. And then you can also use your spinning rod, throw on that nano spoon or a narrow spoon if you want to go after walleye. This will catch pickerel as well. I'm also going to be using this nano spinner, though, a little bit in hopes to catch some more pickerel and pike with it. Now, you can just do straight night fishing here, guys. So if you want to just avoid the cooldown completely while you're doing the walleye farming and stuff here, literally just go to the nighttime and only do nighttime fishing here at Emerald, and that will work perfectly fine. You get to avoid all the cooldowns. You don't have to worry about fishing in the day where you get all the cooldowns. So just do night fishing here with walleye, and you will absolutely kill it. And avoiding the cooldowns is the absolute biggest thing. So just do night fishing if you're going to go after walleye. I wanted to show you guys the tree during the day. You can see it at nighttime, but sometimes with the fog and stuff, it is a little bit tougher to see. But that is the big tree there, and we are literally just going to cast out about as far as we can. Actually, we'll go about there. So I'll throw a conversion up for how far this is as well. But anywhere in that area, guys, is going to be perfectly fine. You don't really need to pinpoint accuracy or anything. You're going to catch walleye out there regardless. So just toss it out there, and that should be basically good to go. And I'm just going to throw another one right next to it, just like so. And there we go. So that's about 39 meters. I'll throw a conversion up for you guys. And then we're also just going to be using our spinning rod while we're going after the walleye here. So let's just cast out. We're going to go a little bit further than our flow rods, but that's okay. And you can use twitching or stop and go here. Go in like the middle of the channel, maybe lower middle, towards the deep part of the channel. But you'll kind of get the hang of it as you fish here. So don't worry about it too much. But yeah, twitching stop and go will work, guys, and you'll catch tons of walleye. Got a nice fish on here. Looks like it's going to be a pickerel or a pike, though. I feel like the walleye would be fighting a lot harder than this, especially because these are still the very beginning rods. We're still using a pretty budget setup here, guys. Besides the feather light being a little bit more expensive, these cheap rods are still from the beginning. And actually, it was a walleye, so there you go. Got a nice walleye, and we got that done for our missions, and we actually got another fish on while this guy's staring at us here. And perfect. We got another walleye on, which is absolutely fantastic. Exactly what you want when you're fishing here is non-stop walleye. But yeah, if you are looking for the pickerel, guys, go in a little bit shallower water. Maybe go to like, I don't know, 60 centimeter depth. A little bit shallower. Go off to the side towards the bushes there, and you will definitely get some of the pickerels. But it is RNG. You guys know what it's like on these fish here in this game. Sometimes you're going to get what you want. Sometimes you won't. You just got to keep fishing, and eventually you will get it. Nice little walleye there. 165 XP, 400 bucks. Making good money already. Let's cast these bad boys back out there. And now we can get on to using our spinning rod here. So all I'm going to do, guys, I'm using 1 speed. You can use 2 as well. 2 is probably a little bit better. It's going to be a little bit faster. And it's going to keep it off the bottom. And I'm literally just going to do twitching about here. Obviously, it's going to get shallower when you get closer to reeling it in all the way. But anywhere in this area here in the channel. So if you look in the top right, I was kind of sitting in like the lower area of the channel. That's kind of where you want to be for walleye, I find. It generally works pretty well. But almost anywhere here, you'll catch them. And this is our first fish on the Featherlight setup, which is very, very nice. You guys are going to love this rod if you do get it. And you can pretty much bring it with you everywhere in the entire game. And the nice part is, too, it's lightweight. So if you're going after something that's not completely big, you're still going to get decent XP off of this. Especially when you get some of the bigger fish on later in the game. But there we go. We got a nice walleye, trophy walleye on our spinning setup. $323, Sorry, $606, 323 XP. If you're looking for a more detailed guide on the Walleye Farm, I do have a video on it, and it will kind of give you a little bit of a lower level setup when you come here and show you guys a little bit more in-depth. If that's what you're looking for, I will try to throw a card up on the screen for you guys. That way you can take a quick look at it. But we're going to go ahead and level up here after a couple of walleye. We're going to unlock the Everglades. We are now level 18. We got some jerk baits, some stuff like that. And we are pretty much good to go to the Everglades almost. But we still got to fish here a little bit. We're going to go to Nahara, and we're also going to go to Falcon before we go to the Everglades. So we're going to wait a while before going to the Everglades. Let's try and catch some of these pickerels and these pike. So we're actually going to skip ahead here and go to the next day. And we're going to fish in the middle of the day, I think, here. As long as the peaks are okay. We'll fish the morning peak, and then we'll fish nighttime again. But we're going to try and catch some of these pickerels and pikes and move on to the Sauger after we're done those. I went ahead and went to the next day, and we are going to try and grab these pickerel again. So let's just cast towards these bushes a little bit more is what I'm going to do here, guys. Now, there's no science to it. I'm sure there's probably... Actually, there probably is a science to it. Someone probably knows the exact science to catching them all. But I just find that this is where I get most of my pike and pickerel. And then we're also going to be using our spinning setup on this side as well. There we go. We grabbed a nice young northern pike on the side there. We just need the pickerels now, and we're good to go. Let's just cast right back out there. There we go. Grab the grass pickerel on our narrow spoon. Just as I was reeling in. I actually just did a completely straight retrieval there and kept it nice and shallow. So you can give that a shot if you'd like. I don't really know if it's going to make a difference, but that's just what I did on that particular catch. You might have gotten a walleye here. This looks a little bit heavier than a pickerel. Might have casted a little bit too far with this, so that's generally what happens. The further I cast back, I feel like I get more walleye, but we'll see, I guess. No, it is a pickerel. It's actually a chain pickerel. There we go. Nice. Nice chain pickerel. Now we just need the red fin, and we are good to go. I didn't get footage of it, guys, but I did catch the red tail right there at those lily pads. So I have a marker set up for you guys. It's right there. Same depth as we were using on the other side, but that's where I grabbed the red fin pickerel. Nice and easy. It didn't take too long once I started fishing over there to grab it. So maybe it is just spawning over there a little bit more. It's been a while since I've fished these fish here, so I don't really remember where exactly they all spawn, but that's where I caught mine. So give that a shot, guys, if you're looking for that redfin pickerel. All right, we got to catch the Sauger. I'm going to go ahead and rent this boat. It's going to cost a decent amount of money, which is kind of annoying, if we're being honest. We're going to end up buying a boat later on in the series, but we need this now. We want to get this mission done. All right, once the boat is started and ready to go, just head out towards this rock right... Oop, I didn't mean to drop the anchor. We are going to come out to this rock right here, guys. And this is exactly where we're going to fish for the Sauger. Now, you can catch it on a float rod. You can catch it on spinning rod. It's whatever you guys want to use. I do find it easier to catch at nighttime, and that's how I caught it in my actual Sauger video, which I will link for you guys. But basically, all you're going to do is come up to this rock here. I grabbed the Sauger on a float rod. I'm going to show you guys exactly where I caught it. Let me go put a marker up. It was right there. The depth I was using was 150 centimeters. I will throw a conversion up for you guys, 1/0 hook size. And let me just grab that marker, just so you guys kind of have an idea of how close to the rock I was casting. See here, let's set that. And there we go. That's about how close I was. Nothing crazy, but yeah, there we go, guys. That's how you catch the Sauger. Now we are done with that mission, which is perfect. We just have the night challenges left to go, and this is going to be super, super easy. Complete the night shift 1 challenge. All you're going to be doing here, guys, is just fishing at night. That's literally all it is. There is night shift. You need to catch 10 fish at nighttime. This is also how you get that light, guys. That light that goes on top of the helmet. You just complete this night shift stuff, and you'll just do this as you're grinding walleye. So make sure you enable this mission, do all this stuff, and then just catch walleye as you're grinding walleye at nighttime. You're going to go ahead and get this finished, and that's all you really need to do here at Emerald. If you guys want a video on the pike slasher, I do already have one. I know I said that earlier in the video, but if you're still sticking around and that's what you're looking for, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I didn't show much of the walleye grind, but there's not much to it, guys. If you want to experiment, feel free to go ahead, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the complete guide to Emerald Lake, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I believe we're going to go to Nahara or